In a sobering assessment of the world's efforts to phase out coal, oil, and gas in favor of renewable energy sources, J.P. Morgan Chase has sounded the alarm on the need for a reality check. The influential investment bank's Global Energy Strategy report, sent to clients this week, argues that the variables underpinning the energy transition have fundamentally changed, citing higher interest rates, soaring inflation, and geopolitical turmoil as significant setbacks. Price-Ty Malik, the report's lead author and J.P. Morgan's head of Global Energy Strategy, emphasizes the magnitude of the challenge ahead. While the target to net zero is still some time away, we have to face up to the reality that the variables have changed, Malik told the Financial Times. Interest rates are much higher. Government debt is significantly greater, and the geopolitical landscape is structurally different. The $3 trillion to $4 trillion it will cost each year comes in a different macro environment. J.P. Morgan predicts that the substantial investment required for the energy transition will pressure governments to step back from more aggressive climate policies. This prediction finds support in the Scottish Government's recent decision to scrap its ambitious target of cutting carbon emissions by 75% by 2030, conceding that the goal was unachievable. The report's authors assert that changing the world's energy system is a process that should be measured in decades, or generations, not years. Furthermore, they suggest that investment in renewable energy currently offers subpar returns, and warn of the risk of social unrest if energy prices rise sharply. J.P. Morgan's caution on the energy transition comes after several major oil companies, including Shell and BP, scaled back their climate targets this year. Additionally, hundreds of other companies, such as Microsoft, Unilever, and JBS, failed to set goals ambitious enough to be approved by the Science-Based Targets Initiative, a validation body established after the UN COP26 climate summit in Glasgow. The report challenges the International Energy Agency's prediction that demand for oil and gas will peak in 2030, citing the potential for increased energy consumption in developing countries as populations grow and living standards rise. J.P. Morgan forecasts that the world will need 108 million barrels of oil per day in 2030, with the addition of more wind, solar, and electric vehicle capacity potentially adding a further 2 million daily barrels to this demand. Critics, however, dispute J.P. Morgan's assertion that the cost of building renewable energy capacity is becoming unaffordable. Kings Milbond, an energy strategist at the Rocky Mountain Institute, argues that renewable energy is cheaper and more efficient than fossil fuels, and that almost all new electricity generation capacity is now solar or wind power.